Right, here we are set, lining up on the grid for the Superbike DHL Express time. 15-lap race coming up here, so brilliant stuff. Number 1 NZ, the defending champion, Sloane Frost on pole position. Daniel Medham there in second place with Scott Moyer third and Damon Rees sitting there in fourth place on the front row of the grid. Al Hoogie heads up row 2 with Jake Lewis and James Hugenbosom there in seventh place with Connor London. Eighth place rounding out row 2 on the grid with the red flags away and lights starting to come on. So here we go, ready for a start. It's going to be the 15-lapper, and we are certainly excited about this one. Lights are out and a good start from Scotty Moyer. The CD got a great jump off the line. Sloane Frost also got away pretty cleanly, and we see some of the Yamaha Blue Crew riders there up the inside. So a brilliant start as well from Damon Rees. He's up there is fighting as well, but it is going to be Sloane Frost up the inside, but not going to quite be close enough. Yes, he is going to be close enough. So Connor London, a great start. He's going to go around the outside of Sloane Frost. Not going to be close enough to get in front, but Sloane Frost ahead of Connor London. Then Scotty Moyer with Daniel Medham in fourth place, and Damon Rees sitting in fifth place with Alistair Hugenbosom there in seventh at the moment. So Sloane Frost, Connor London, Scotty Moyer, Daniel Medham. That's the four-way train down the centre straight here at Manfeild and into Higgins for the first of 15 laps here. And this is going to be all on for young and old. And want to start from Connor London on the central Vista Light windows, and then we see Daniel Medham around the outside with Scotty Moyer. There's going to be 3 wide down the back straight, and now we've got the Suzuki 1, 2 and 3 with Sloane Frost into Go Media, and then Daniel Medham and Scott Moyer. So we've got a Suzuki out in front, Sloane Frost. That's the TSS Red Baron Fujitsu New Zealand entry with Daniel Medham right there on the Coleman's at Cape Road, and Gold New Zealand Suzuki second place for CD Vandermeer Builders. Suzuki of Scott Moyer there in third, so we're still Connor London holding on to fourth place, Alistair Hugenbosom fifth, Damon Rees in sixth place and Jake Lewis in seventh. So all on here as they head into the S's, and what a start from Sloane Frost.
It is Tony Rees there too on fire. He's struggled a bit this weekend, but he's certainly on fire, and he's ahead of Livio Samperio. There's a bit of jibing going on in the pits. The Carl Cox team shares the same shed with the Rees Honda team, and Livio Zamperi is certainly strong and was ahead of Tony yesterday, and Tony no one likes getting beaten, but Tony slipping back further through the field, but enjoying his racing all the same, and it's good to have the Rees family here. Great to see Mitchell back in action, walking around after a big crash down at Timaru. I mean, he's not back in action on a bike. He will have a ride, I think, next Friday at Taupo, just to get back on there, but his leg is coming a whirl, and it was a major break there down the back straight at Timaru. But meanwhile, Sloane Frost comes through there, Dan Medham, Scotty Moyer, Suzuki, and then we've got a Yamaha and Connor London there in fifth place on the 99 machine. He lost a bit of pace down the back straight there, so I don't know whether he just couldn't select the gear or something, but certainly a strong showing there for the man who got third at one of the round races at the Hampton Downs Motorfest earlier on this month. Great racing from him. Jamie Maindonald out there on the 77 bike. He's been plagued with mechanical troubles, and he's bought an older bike, and he's strong at Manfeild, but the bikes are stronger because this is an older machine, and good to see Colin McGregor and some other people, even Chris Osborne, put in some money to buy this X-Ray Clee bike. He's on the 77 bike, and he's just coming out of the hairpin. That's Jamie Maindonald. Meanwhile, the lead bikes, the lead 3 bikes go in to Higgins and out of Higgins as well. We got a lap record, have we? A 1:04.792, a 1:04.792. So we came in today with a lap record for Superbikes, and it was 1:04.828. We've now got a 1:04.792 by Scotty Moyer. So Dan Medham holds the Formula 1 and the Superbike lap record at Manfeild, and that's now gone to Scotty Moyer. But of course, we've still got 12 laps to go here and another 18 laps this afternoon. Another lap record, Sloane Frost, 1:04.736, a 1:04.736. So that's good for him because he's out in the front. He's just opening up that little bit there. It's only about 0.1 of a second between first and second, maybe 0.1 between second and third. So the 3 sharpest boys in the Superbikes out there in the front with 43 Alistair Hugenbosom there in fourth spot, being hunted down by the Honda of Damon Rees, and then 99 Connor London on the Vista Light Central windows and doors. They go in and out of the hairpin. What a great race already.
Yeah, this is brilliant stuff. The 3 Suzukis, they were all class yesterday, and then it is Sloane Frost leading Daniel Medham and Scotty Moyer. So Scott Moyer just had these two sneak off in the distance yesterday, but he's not having that today. He's done a few little bike changes and got his bike set up a lot better, so he is definitely going to be one to watch. They head down the back straight and into Go Media with Sloane Frost ahead of Daniel Medham and Scott Moyer there in third place. But this battle for 4th, 5th with Al Hoogie and Damon Rees, that's going to be a great one to keep an eye on as well. They're heading out of the final corner and down onto the front straight, and then go back to Connor London with Jake Lewis and Tony Rees in there. So a great little battle there as well. They're going to be 2 to 3 wide as they head into turn 1. So this is going to be breathtaking. We've still got a massive 11 laps to go with Sloane Frost, defending champion, leading this one into the S's, and Daniel Medham in second with Scotty Moyer right there or thereabouts. So this is going to be a 3-way fight all the way to the checkered flag, you'd imagine, Spider.
Oh yeah, definitely. None of these guys give up. They're all fit. They know what superbike racing's about. They've had hotter temperatures down south. We're expecting 27 today. They won't be worried about the heat. It's just hydrating well. Here comes Scotty Moyer on the charge down that centre straight. Doesn't quite get through there as Dan Medham holds on to that second place. And Sloane's just edging away. He had 0.3 of a second across the start-finish line. Might be a little bit bigger. Livio Zamperio. What's happening there, Neil Ritchie? Oh, he's down at Higgins. Livio Zamperio on number 12. He's down at Higgins. He's up and walking around, is he? Yes, indeed. You can see him by his bike. That's unfortunate for Livio, but a single-person accident, that's what we like to see. Well, we don't like to see, but it's better than a multiple pile-up. I can tell you all the boys that went down in the Jixer Cup, okay, it was quite a big, some quite wrecked bikes out there, but both of the Stroud brothers went down, so they're both okay. So that's the important thing we like to see. It is a race, a game that can play for keeps, but right now, playing for keeps at the moment. Sloane Frost, how we going with national points here? Scotty Moyer leads with 162. Dan Medham's just 9 points behind. And in behind him, it's Alistair Hugenboosen 17 points down. We go back, Sloane Frost 5 points down, Damon Rees 4 points down, and a massive 50 back to Connor London. So Sloane all keen on the points. Remember, he started the season a little bit behind the 8 ball because the day before the Suzuki Series he had his plastic cars taken off. So he was weak, he wasn't strong. He did the 2 Suzuki Series rounds right there in midfield there, didn't do Cemetery Circuit and was a little bit slow down in the South Island, but he's certainly coming on form at the moment and a new lap record holder. Dan Medham held it coming into this race, then Scotty Moyer got it, and it's now at a 104.736. We're running around in the 104.999s. In fact, Sloane Frost is the only person currently in the 104s. What's going to happen as they pass across the stripe this time round? Still a 104.942. In fact, the top 3 are both, look at that, 2,000ths of a second between Dan Medham, a 104.764 and a 104.766 for Scotty Moyer. 2,000ths of a second. Look at that, they spread by about 5 or 6 bike lengths. Scotty was very, very strong through that turn 2 coming out of the Toyota corner, so Scotty definitely on fire. That battle's still going on between Alistair Hugenboosen and Damon Rees, 43 and 92. Damon is suffering from arm pump, never got it on the 600, but he holds on a little bit tighter, but that seems to be not a problem at the moment, and I don't want to be putting the commentator's curse on him, do I?
Then we look back behind that great battle. There's another great battle with Jake Lewis now ahead of Tony Rees and Connor London there. So good stuff from Jake Lewis. He's starting to come alive in the NZSBK Championship as well. So good stuff from Jake Lewis. Great to have Yamaha back with 2 factory riders on board, and brilliant stuff from Dave Cole and Robert Taylor down there, getting those bikes set up. They're running the Dunlop tyres this year, so all sorts of new challenges they face. So absolutely brilliant to see them up there with Al Hoogie in 4th at the moment and Jake Lewis running in 6th place. So great stuff as we see Sloane Frost and Daniel Medham, Scott Moyer cross the line in the same order they have for the last few laps in a row, but definitely things are going to heat up soon with there's nothing in that front 3 at the moment. They head out of turn 1 into turn 2, a beautiful sweeping little right-hander before they flick it left into what was known as Splash, the awesome S's here at Manfeild. But look at that, how they all just sort of concertina back and right next to each other, and Scotty Moyer looking to have a little look, but no, not quite close enough this time, but definitely we'll have a look for Scotty Moyer. He won't be wanting to hang around in 3rd place. This battle for the championship is really coming alive, down to just 9 points now. So Scotty Moyer, he's going to want to get ahead of Daniel Medham in as many races as he can. Can't wait to see this thing into Higgins. There's lap traffic in Tenworth, but he holds the high line there, so no harm done there. So brilliant stuff. But look at Scotty Moyer's drive down onto the back straight, and then you see that Raycliffe performance engine of Daniel Medham just sort of sneak away a little bit. So there's nothing in those 3 bikes. It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be a pretty brave move to see someone running at lap record pace to try and make a pass there, Spider.
Oh, definitely, but the lap record's still held by Sloane Frost. Slow a little bit, but very, very tight at the sharp end of the field. What about the Superbike Bs? We've got Jamie Maindonald, Jason Bardell, Jason Lamb and Jeff Rogerson out there, 77, 49 is the lead two bikes in 70 and 148. So it's good to see them filling up the field. And we've got someone out in the centre field. That's one of the Hondas.
Yeah, that's
inside there. It's one of the two Hondas there. I'll just pass the binoculars over to Neil Ritchie. The timing will pick it up eventually, but Sloane Frost, a man on fire, a 104.9, a 104.989 for Dan Meadham, a 105.089. So that's interesting that Scotty Moyer's just slowed down that little bit.
Yeah, I think it might be the 37. Is it the Carl Cox Motorsports bike? No, that's Jay coming into the S's. So it's definitely a red bike, but it doesn't look to be one of the Honda racing bikes. We've got Damon Rees still running in 5th place behind Al Hoogie, and then in front of Jake Lewis now is Tony Rees. So I think it's interesting. We'll try and catch the update.
David Sharp, number 29. David Sharp, number 29. Yep, Aprilia. Right, where are these lead bikes coming across the start-finish line? We're halfway through, 6 laps gone, 6 laps to go, and they're running in the 105s, the fastest. In fact, there's just 10 thousandths of a second between Sloane Frost and Dan Meadham, and 0.1 of a second back to Scotty Moyer. So how tight is this as they're now coming across another lap? And that's Jason Lamb there. He does his own thing there. No blue flags here at Manfeild. So he slows Sloane Frost down. Now Dan Meadham takes the lead. They're all going to go mixing with this guy in the hairpin there. Jason just does the right thing, just keeps on riding, but that's given Dan Meadham the lead. It could have played either way. Sloane Frost now back into second place, and here comes Scotty Moyer, trying to remember his name. Great to see the footage of Ctas. Don't forget, folks, Ctas is all going to be on air. It's on air live now, but it's going to be on air on YouTube in about a day or so. So look at that. Dan Meadham opens up down the back straight. Is this the moment he's waiting? Sorry, yeah, the lap rider, it could have gone either way, but the lap rider's just got to do what he's got to do and didn't do anything wrong. That's the important thing. If you pull over, you can be pulling into the path of another rider. So Dan Meadham down there, flying down the centre straight there. Looking at the lap times, I've disappeared for 25 seconds. We'll look back onto the track there, Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff. Daniel Meadham, he's just trying to use this as an advantage to sneak away, but he's definitely got about 10 bike lengths as they head into the S's. And now Scotty Moyer's eyes have lit up. He's on the back of Sloane Frost. So he's going to know that if this race finishes like this, they're going to be tied on points for him and Daniel Meadham. So he can't afford to finish in 3rd place at the moment. And this battle for 4th and 5th as well is another one that's really heating up. Damon Rees all over the back of Al Hoogie there. So another great battle to keep an eye on there. But there we go. Scotty Moyer's going to get right up behind Sloane, but not quite good enough. The superior braking of Sloane Frost is just going to hold the line into Higgins. And this is going to be playing into the hands of Daniel Meadham, because Sloane's going to have to worry about Scotty behind him as well. So this is the top 3. We see them, all 3 Suzukis. It is Daniel Meadham, Sloane Frost, and then Scott Moyer. They head down the back straight and into Go Media. In the battle for 4th and 5th, Al Hoogie still was holding off a hard-charging Damon Rees for 4th and 5th. As we watch them screaming down the front straight. There's going to be 4 laps to go now as they cross the line, and Daniel Meadham just leading ahead of Sloane Frost, who's back in that GSXR 1000 TSS Red Baron Fujitsu Suzuki into turn 1. So definitely they're all on fire at the moment, so pushing hard. And there we go, Damon Rees not quite close enough, but right on the back wheel of Al Hoogie. So the battle for 4th and 5th, like we talked about, that's heating up as well. Then Jake Lewis now ahead of Tony Rees, Cotter London, and Jaden Carrick up on that battle as well there. So that's a full-on 4-way battle going through the S's as well. So this is action aplenty with the DHL Express NZSBK Superbike class, and 4 laps to go. So this is all on at the moment.
Yeah, definitely 104.897. So the only man on the track at the moment is Dan Meadham there in the 104s. We go back about 0.1 of a second. So he's increasing his lead as we see him go down the back straight on the beautiful Commons K Road GSXR 1000. Dan Meadham went over to Europe last year and did a bit of racing. Unfortunately, he broke his leg, not once but twice. He is got an entry for the TT, the Isle of Man TT. He's not going to go back for a long time, but he may go back and ride at the Isle of Man TT, and a very adept rider on the street. So I have full confidence in going there and having a good, safe, enjoyable trip. We've got a yellow flag down there at turn 1. Somebody down, right out of the corner. So the yellow flag comes up, no passing, and Dan Meadham's still in the lead, followed by Sloane Frost, and then Scotty Moyer. Those 2 other bikes having the battle out for 4th and 5th, which is 43, Alistair Hugenbosom from Christchurch, and Damon Rees there. They're coming out of turn 1 into turn 2, 3, and so on. And who's that in there behind in third, 6th place? Is that Jake Lewis? Jake Lewis, yes, it looks like Jake on the 25 bike. Take Tony Rees and Connor London. Connor London, he almost got in the front in that first lap. Be great. He's got so much smooth riding style there. as Connor London. It's he's going to get there at one day, and we saw him get a podium at Taupo. Sloan Foster's got strong down the back straight coming out of the Higgins. He got the drive. He's closed up on Dan Medham. It's all about tactics, but everyone's riding as hard as they can. But Sloan has got the pace. All these top three riders have got the pace. And what about what's your call at the end of the thing race there, Brad Richard?
Yeah, Sloan Frost is definitely half a second as they cross Ryan last time around, but that's going to be much less than that. So we'll catch the update here with the MX timing and brilliant stuff. So I reckon Sloan Frost, the man on the mission, has he saved a little bit of tyre to go. 2 laps to go. They run into the S's. Daniel Medham, I don't know whether he's just holding firm, trying to be mistake free, but the harder you try and ride around Manfeild, the slower you end up going. So the one that gets into a flow and gets into a groove is going to be the one here. It was only 0.18 seconds as they cross the line, so nothing in it. There's a couple of lap traffic to contend with on their next couple of laps around, so it's all going to be all on here for the DHL Express NZSBK Superbike action. And into Higgins they go. Daniel Medham still ahead of Sloan Frost and Scott Moyer, so we don't count out Scotty Moyer either. He's had a good box seat of this one in third place, and he'll definitely be looking. And Damon has got up ahead of Alan to fourth place. So fourth place now for Damon Rees. Brilliant stuff from Team Rees Racing. And Damo up into fourth place ahead of Al Hoogie, with Jake Lewis ahead of Damon's father Tony there. So they cross the line, the top 3 guys. White flag is out, and Daniel Medham leading ahead of Sloan Frost with Scotty Moyer right there in third place. So we'll keep an eye on this battle for the win as Daniel Medham comes out of turn 1 neat and tidy. So definitely like that Rakeley Coleman's K Road Yamaha Suzuki, sorry. Jeepers, coming into the S's, so brilliant stuff. Daniel Medham ahead of Sloan Frost there with Scotty Moyer. This is going to be a great little battle. They head out of the S's and up into the left-hander, and nothing in it really as we see.
Oh, look at that. You're talking about nothing in it. Sorry to interrupt. 1/1000th of a second between first and second place in terms of lap times.
Oh.
So you picked it, nothing in it. I'm looking at the computer. 1/1000th of a second. 1:05.322, a 1:05.321, a 1:05.552 for Scotty Moyer. So here it is, taking it to the line there, Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, brilliant stuff out of Higgins, and Daniel Medham gets a good drive onto the back straight. So got about a 5 to 10 bike length advantage down the back straight. Sloan Frost is all he can do is watch Daniel Medham head into turn 7, the third gear right-hander. He heads out of Go Media, and he's looks like he's going to be a good run to the line here. So Daniel Medham has done enough. The Coleman's K Road Gold New Zealand man takes our race win with Sloan Frost in second, and I think with Scotty Moyer finishing in third, I think that's going to make them tied on points for the championship. So a 9-point swing there, and it is all he had as a lead. So Daniel Medham, what a ride, and definitely had a bit of favour there from the lap rider, but take nothing away from the ride from Daniel Medham. He's taken this race 2 victory. Damon Rees ends up finishing in 4th place ahead of Al Hoogie, with Jake Lewis, Tony Rees, Connor London, and then Jaden Carrick with James Hugenbosom and Ryan Yanko finishing that top 12 off there. So absolutely breathtaking stuff from the NZSBK Superbike section.
Superbike B is we're going to see number 77 come across there, winning that class there, and that is Jamie Mondell on the 77 machine, the Easy Badge sponsored Suzuki GSXR 1000. Brett Groomridge, do you have a DNF?
Yeah, I think he's the one down at turn 1 there. I think that's...
Yeah, Jason Bardell's out of action. David Sharp and Livio Zamperio. David Sharp broken down in the middle, so it's going to be a pick-up time. Livio Zamperio crashed at Higgins. He's up and okay, so action aplenty, mate, and that's only a 12-lapper. We've got an 18-lapper coming on. New lap record for 2 people out there. Initially it was Scotty Moyer, and then we had Sloan Frost, a 1:04.736. So he's pumped around there in a 168k an hour average. In fact, we've got to go all the way back to 13th to 14th for the first rider to cross at less than 160 kilometres an hour. In fact, Brad has gone quicker than he did yesterday. An average lap of 165, which is over the old magic ton, the Imperial ton. 165.957 average lap speed for Livio Zamperi. So wow. And of course yesterday we saw for the first time ever a 600 Supersport rider eclipse the 100 mile an hour mark, and that was Avalon Biddle. What's up next, folks? Up next is sidecars. Then we've got Supersport 600 and Superstock 600. Sidecars are 10 lapper, the 15 laps for the other class I mentioned. Supersport 300, 250 production, 8 laps. And then we've got another rotation of the racing, folks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a sensational podium for our DHL Express Superbike class. A couple of key factors. First of all, the lap record. So we went into the start of the race with Daniel holding it that he took yesterday at lap number 2. Record, and on lap number 3 Stone took the lap record, so the lap record's been broken already 3 times over this weekend, so just exceptional. And again, of course, the Suzuki 123 just outstanding. The other feature, of course, is that going into the race, Scott was 9 points in front of Daniel, and he's just finished 9 behind him, so you've now got a points tie for the lead as well between Daniel and Scott. And we've got a fantastic podium, because all the way down to about 5th place, we're still only talking of approximately 40 points, and we've still got another race to go and 3 at Taupo. So a super exciting finale for Super guys putting it on. Scott, that was...
Yeah, well, yeah, I felt all right. Just started losing grip probably about a sort of lap 4 then. The boys had a couple of corners there a bit stronger than me. Then I was a couple of corners stronger, but just couldn't quite get close enough to make a dive. But yeah, no, overall, I'm not feeling the best. Got a bit of a cold in that this week, so yeah, I lost my points there. But I mean, hey, you got the last round's my home track, you know. So hopefully we can do the business there.
And Scott, beautiful. Just remember that, folks. Taupo final one. Scott Moyer. As far as that glory was concerned, to hear to Sloane at the moment, and Sloane, well, for at that time, but that's
race. That we've got in our arsenal that flag, so. It's the second race in a row that I've struck the same lap rider and been passed for the lead. So, yeah, pleased to see Suzuki 123 and you know, and Dan rode really well. He was riding me the whole time, and yeah, so pleased for the boys, but really disappointed in what's going on out track.
Okay, those comments were great to see. It's what. Well, Daniel, of course, we thought at Hampton Downs, yes, you were the. It was your home. How do you think you go so well here at Manfeild? Do you love this place that much?
Yeah, I do. It's a good track. I always love coming here. I only come down here once or twice a year now, so. But yeah, always jump on the track and feel at home straight. And Sloane's been setting a crazy pace up the front, just holding on, trying to keep with him. And as he said, the lap riders are coming to play both races, but 18-lap race coming up this afternoon, so I can't imagine it's going to happen 3 times in a row.
No, exactly. Couldn't get out of that. Hey, in fact, it's Suzuki first, second, and third. You've got a cracker as well.
Yeah, we're the best bike, aren't they? So yeah, 1-3, it's always.
Great. There, folks, there's your podium, and a fantastic one, courtesy of DHL Express. They're Superbikes, all Suzuki, all on Pirellis, all winning all the way.